This
So
conference will now be recorded.
last class we discussed about the company creation. Everyone created the company? See, if you respond, then only I come to know that, no?
Yes, ma'am, I created.
Created, huh? Okay, good. One second. What is your company name, ma'am? So we are doing in the educational mode. That's why continue in education mode. These options we have to click on that. Click here. See, Satya Dealers. This is our company name is Satya Dealers. Now, one more company I want to create. So, because why one more company means how to delete the company, how to shut the company. So then how to alter the company, I will show you that. So that's why one more company we have to create. Okay, already we created here. Satya Dealers is my company. I already created the company. One more company we have to create. So everyone should create a, okay. So then simultaneously we have to create one more company. If I want to create one more company, so in that tally screen, in this screen, directly go to here company option. Click on that. Here create option is going to display. Escape. If I don't want this screen, press escape key. Then here also one more create is there. What is the difference between here and this create options? Means inside of Satya Dealers company, if you want to do any transactions, anything, if you want to create the ledgers, anything, here we have to click on that create. That means inside of Satya Dealers company, if you want to create, if I want to do any transaction, anything, so we have to create the ledgers, all these things. I will tell what is the ledgers, all these things. So here we have to go to. But in this create option, one more company if you want to create. Company creation, we have to click on that one more company. Shortcut is Alt K or else directly we can click on that company option. Click on that create. See here, this the path, default path it's going to take. That's the default path. Default path is nothing but where Tally software installed, that path called as a default path. Okay, so now company name, one more company I am going to create. For example, so the company name is G1 Electricals. Press enter. Same name we got in the mailing name. Address we have to give. For example, I give like this. Okay. Karnataka. So then state is Karnataka. Pin code, if you have any pin code, anything, select the pin code. Telephone number, if you have, we have to give the telephone number, mobile number, fax number, then mail ID. This company's mail ID, G1 Electricals. @gmail.com. This is my company mail ID. If you have any website, anything, company website, G1 Electricals. I should not give any space. Job. This is my company website. So financial year April 1st, here it's there. So books beginning also April 1st only. Security password I don't want to give now. Later I will teach you about the password. Press enter. Base currency symbol rupees only, that INR Indian rupees. So suffix symbol to amount, no options. Add space between amount and symbol. Click on the text. Enter, enter, enter again. Press enter, enter. So it's going to ask, do you want to accept this company or not? If you press enter also it's going to accept, or in the mouse we can click on that S, or else in the keyboard we can press Y character also. Then press enter. See now, after create the company, see directly company creation, that page is not going to display. So company features options going to display for us. Company features means, so then in the company created successfully, company name is G1 Electricals. In this G1 Electricals, if you want to enable some of options about the GST, TDS, TCS, inventory options, cost centers, bill wise enter, all these things if you want to enable, we have to enable in that. So, but now I don't want to enable any options, so just press enter, enter, enter. Keep on press enter, enter. Shortcut key also is there. Control A is the shortcut key. Control A is the quick accept. Press Control A, quick accept option. See, automatically is going to create it. So that means Control A, quick accept. Now we created two companies, G1 Electricals and Satya Deals. Suppose in my list, in this main page, in my list I have two companies is going to display. But now I want to do some of transaction in the Satya Dealers. In that, click on that Satya Dealers. So now which company is in the top one with bold letters is going to display. No, that company is in the running. If you want to do any transaction, anything, the transaction is going to save in the Satya Dealers options. If I want to do G1 Electricals, click on the G1 Electricals. See in the top one, G1 Electricals is going to display. Now G1 Electricals company is on the running. So like this, we can select the companies, all these things. See now, G1 Electricals, this company, I want to do some of changes. If you want to do some of changes, edit or alteration, anything, so where we have to go? See, G1 Electricals, I don't want like this name or address, all these things. If I want to change some of alteration, if you want to do that, we have to go to Alt K, or else company options only. Click on that company, select the alter option. Click on that alter. If you press enter, so here this the company alteration. Here also one of the alteration is that after the transaction, or else after create any ledgers, anything, that ledgers if you want to alter, here we have to go inside of this company. Whenever we created any kind of ledgers and masters, accounting masters, inventory masters, or transaction, anything, if you want to do alteration, here we have to go. But in that company alteration, if you want to do that, here Alt K option, go to Alt K, select the alter option. If I click on that alter, press enter. So now here two companies is going to display that. That's why two companies name. Suppose I don't want this G1 Electrical, G1 and Co. Like this, I want to alter the company name. If I want to delete that all the names, press space key. If you press the space key, see, automatically it's going to delete it. See now, G1. See now, I don't want this name. I want to delete this one. Instead of that backspace, press space key, automatically it's going to display. See now, space key automatically is going to delete it. Okay. So then G1 and Co. This my company name. Enter, enter, enter. So now whatever you want after that we can alter this one. But see, for example, I done so many transactions, all these things. Now I want to change the address, anything, or else any company name. If you want to change, we can change. But main important, we should not change the financial year. We should not change after the transaction. All these things we should not change. That's the main important. If you change that financial year, all these things, all the transaction, everything we will lose. Okay, so that's why here we should not change the financial year. After that, company name, address, all these things, whatever you want, we can change the all these options. We can change. Okay. Like this, I changed my company name, all these things I changed. Website and mail ID, company, everything changed. Accept this one. Enter, enter, press enter. Or else, instead of that, press enter, enter, all these things, keep on press enter, enter. For that, control A. That is the quick accept. See, we created that option. Then also we got this kind of screen. Press escape. See now we got that G1 Electricals. Sorry, G1 and Co company. Like this, we done some of changes here. Okay, so then click on that. See now two companies is there. One more company, if you want to open, we can open, create the one more company also. Okay, just now I'm going to close this one, or else press escape directly here. If I want to close the tally prime, click on that close button, or else escape key. It's going to quit. Click on that S. It's going to quit. See, in my tally prime means we created two companies. One is Satya Dealers, another one is G1 and Co company. If I open, which company is going to open? Let me see that. Open the tally prime. Whenever we are open the tally prime, so we created in that two companies. One is G1 and Co and Satya Dealers, two companies we created. No, okay. Click on that continue education mode. See now Satya Dealers is going to open. Now it's okay. I want to open the G1 and Co company. I want to open this another company. Means I want to select one more company. I want to open it. Now I don't want to create the new company. Whatever we created, that company I want to open. How to open the company? Same options, Alt K, or else click on that company. See here, select company options is going to display. Click on that select company. So if I click on that select company, list of companies name is going to display. So now Mastercraft agencies is there, Satya dealers, all these things options going to display. G1 and Co, this is my company name. See, for every companies it's going to, that companies, all the transactions, anything whatever we are going to do the transaction, all these things, it's going to store one folder. That folder name is this one. Whenever we are going to create in the tally prime, first the folder name is going to start from 1 lakh. Like this, from here it will come. This is the my folder name. So this one, my folder name, say another company, say 1 lakh, 1 lakh 1, 1 lakh 2, like this option is going to display. One more company if you create, again 1 lakh 3. Like this, it's going to display. Now I will show you that C drive users public telegram. This is my path node. Let me see that. I want to open the C drive. C drive. Inside of C drive, public, sorry, users. After that public, see now this is my path, tally prime data. See inside three companies we created. This one Satya dealers details, this one a Mastercraft agency, this one whatever now we created, no, that company, that is G1 and Co company details is going to store. whatever we are going to create new companies, all these things going to create one folder like this only. That folder it's going to start from 6 digit. Okay, 6 digit only it will come. One more company if you create, again one more folder it will come. So again 1 lakh 3 like this 6 digit it's going to display. Okay, this is the options. Suppose what is the what is the option is there inside of the folder. If you want to see that, open this folder. All these are the supporting file. If you want to open my company transactions, whatever we are going to do inside of the company, all these things is going to store in this. Okay, all these options. Suppose any one of the options got any virus attack, anything, we can't open the companies. It's going to display company repair, company with repair required like this is going to display. We can't open our company, even we can't open my company also. Okay, so this is the folder name. Always whenever we are going to create the company, first company name it's going to start from 6 digit only, means 1 lakh. Next one more company, 1 lakh 1, 1 lakh 2, like this. See here, one more options I will go to display here. In that here, so many companies we created, I will show you that. See, so many companies. All the companies is going to display from 6 digit only. All these are stored in one folder. The folder name is 6 digit. From 1 lakh, it's going to display from 6 digit only. See, so many companies, more than 86 companies, more than 100 companies we created. All the details is going to display. See, all these are the options companies we created. Like these options we can. Okay, so now here open our company. So in that, select company. If I want to select company means we created so many companies, but whenever Satya dealers, in the Satya dealers, I don't want to do any transactions, anything. Now I want to open G1 and Co company. If you want to open the G1 and Co company, I want to do some of transactions. That time we have to go to select company. So that select company alteration shortcut key is Alt F3. All these shortcut keys you have to write. Select company, shortcut keys Alt F3, Alt plus F3. So this is the select company of shortcut keys. Okay, next step. If I want to select the company, go to Alt K, click on that select company, or else directly we can click on that select company also. Click on that, we can directly we can press in the keyboard Alt F3 also. See, now I am not going to open. Select companies using the mouse we can select it, but I don't want like this. In the keyboard we can use Alt F3. That's
This conference will now be recorded.
Tally prime screen is displaying no man now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now here, so some of technical issue, that's why. Okay, sorry. Alt K, that is the company creation. We can create the company, alter the company. Change means if I want in the tally prime screen, in this particular screen, in the list of companies, which one company you want to change, we can change by pressing F3. F3 is the shortcut key for to change the companies. F3 is the shortcut key. Okay. Change company, shortcut key is F3. Then for shut company, control F3. Control F3. So this is the options we have. Shut company shortcut is control F3. To change company shortcut is F3. Select company means in the list of companies, Alt F3 is the shortcut key. For quick accept, control A is the shortcut key for quick accept. All these are the shortcut keys in the Telegram. All these shortcut keys are important only. Okay, you have to note all the shortcut keys. Next options in that, here are create, alter, change company, select company, shut companies to be created. Now I want to delete the company. I don't want this G1 and Co company. I don't want this one. I want to delete the company. If I want to delete the company, so to delete company, go to Alt K or else company. Okay, so then alter, select company. After that, press Alt D. That is the shortcut key. Alt plus D. Click on yes. That's it. See, this is the shortcut keys. Other options, we don't have any options in that in our system. All these things in the keyboard only. We have to press Alt K option only. Sorry, Alt D option only to delete the company. Okay. So now here see. I don't want this G1 and Co company. If I want to delete the company, Alt K or else company, click on that, go to alter, select the alter. After select these options, up and down arrow we can select like this. Select this, alter, then press enter. See company alteration, alter the company options going to display. In that which company you want to delete, we can select. Select G1 and Co company. I want to delete the G1 and Co company. So then press enter. If you press enter, see now company alteration option is going to display. If I want to delete, we can. Alt D is the shortcut key for delete the company. Alt D, it's going to ask delete the delete. Yes, click on that yes. One more time if you want to ask, say now, are you sure? Yes, I want to delete this company. If I click on that S, automatically it's going to delete it. So now G1 and Co company is not there. I want to see that it's there or not, we deleted or not. If you want to click on, if I want to see that, go to Alt K, click on that select company. See now G1 and Co company is not there. It's deleted. So that is the shortcut key for delete the company. Not only for company, any transactions, any ledgers, whatever we created, if you want to delete that, so same Alt D only. That is the shortcut key for us. Understood? Okay. Next step. So after download the tally type, so license, two types of license we have. So then company creation. So then here go to option. So then after create the company, so already I mentioned you that. So this is the top menus. I want to open the Satya Dealers. See, I opened Satya Dealers company. All these are the top menus. This is we call as a right side button bar. So then what is the top menus options means? Alt K already we done in that. If I want to create company, one more company if you want to create, select company, alter the company, shut the company, delete the company, all the options we have in the Alt K option or else company option. Then what is that Alt Y means? That is the backup and restore. Actually, why we need to take the backup? See, because Satya Dealers, this is my company. I done so many transactions in that. So an entire year transactions we have in that. But now, if I want to take the backup and restore means why we need to take the backup means when our system will get corrupt, we don't know. Well, suppose if a system will virus attack that time, some of transactions will be lost. So that's why before that we have to take the backup option. When our hard disk will get crash or we don't know about that. So that's why weekly once or 10 days once in the companies they are going to take the backup 10 days once, 10 days once they are going to take the backup. So, if I want to take any backup of Sapta dealers company's backup details, all these things go to Alt K, click on that backup. How we are going to take the backup means using the pen drive, CD, or else SSD, hard drive, all these things we are going to take the backup option. Suppose here, if I want to take the backup, Sapta dealers companies, all the transactions details, all these things, if you want to take the backup, Alt K, go to backup option. After suppose if I happened anything, I got I everything is crashed. So everything, so that entire details, whatever we done in the Satya dealers transaction, sum of transactions is deleted. That time we can again go to Alt K, we can click on the restore. We can restore the details also. Means restore the transactions in our company. I will show you how to take the backup and restore. Okay. Good. Then Alt Z. That means exchange option. What is that exchange? If I want to send the, if you want to generate the e-way bill, means what is the e-way bill? Whenever we are going to transporting the goods interstate to state, the goods value is more than 50,000 rupees, then only government will going to generate the e-way bill. That means proof of the transportation. Okay, so I have some of customer in the Tamil Nadu. I'm going to sending the goods to my customer. So that interstate, state to state, whenever we are sending the exporting the goods value is more than 50,000 rupees, then we have to generate the e-way bill. Okay, that options we have in the exchange option. Next, Alt O, import option. What is that importer? If I want to import the masters transactions, all these things, if you want to import, for example, I created, this is my company name, Satya Dealers is my company, I done so many transactions, all these things. One more company, new company I created. Whatever we done in that Satya Dealers, all the transactions, everything, if you want to transfer to new company, we are going to first we have to export the data. After that, Open the new company, we can import all the transactions, we can import. Okay, that is the option. Or else BRS, bank reconciliation. Whenever we are going to do the bank reconciliation, we have to import the bank statement through net banking. Okay, so if I want to reconcile, bank reconcile, if you want to do that reconcile. Actually, what is the bank reconcile means? So we are when we are depositing some of amount, we are withdrawing, we are fund transferring. So all the details we are going to do that. But here in the accounts book and bank book, it should be matched, no, that amount. That's why we are going to do the bank reconciliation. If I want to do that bank reconciliation, we need the statement. That's why that statement we are going to import to the through net banking. After that, we are importing to the our tally file. First, through net banking, we have to import to our system. After that, from system, we have to import it to the tally file. Click on that bank details. We are going to import in the details. That's the import option. Export. So that is a whatever we done the transaction, all these things. The auditor or accountant, stakeholder, all they are asking the um, financial reports, profit and loss account, bank, the balance sheet, all these things. If I want to export that reports as a PDF format or Excel format, we are going to use export option. In this particular month, I done so many receipt. So that only the receipt, how much receipt we transactions we done. So that options if you want to export to other person, auditor, accountant or holder, so owner, all these things if you want to export, we are going to use the export option. They are asking export the transaction, export the reports as a PDF format or Excel format like this. That time we have to click on that. Alt E is the export option. Okay, how to export, I will show you the details after transaction. So Alt M means if I want, this is the option. If I want to share all the transactions reports to my mail ID directly, we can use the Alt M options. We can. Alt P. Alt means already I mentioned in the single line. If we have single line, we have to by pressing Alt, then we have to click on the P option. This way, if I have any single line, so then we have to by holding the Alt, we have to click on the P. That's a shortcut key in the keyboard. See now this is the Alt P. Single line is there. That's why Alt. Suppose if it's a double line, we have to click on the Control. By holding the Control key, we have to click on the particular character. Okay, Alt P means if I want to take any print out anything, whatever we done the transaction, all these things, I want to take that invoices like a tax invoice, bill of supply, invoice options, debit note, credit note. If you want to take the print out all these things, we are going to use the Alt P option. Okay, so then F1, that is the help option. We got some of what is that? For example, click on that F1. See so many options we have in that. If I click on the troubleshooting, any details, anything. For example, simple example I will tell. See now, till today we use the Tally Prime 3.0. That version we used. Tomorrow they are going to install 4.1 version. That means old version to latest version. If you want to transfer all the details, all the transaction, all that time, that is we called as a migrate option. If you want to do that migrate, or else we got, our company got some of error, all these things. If I want to rectify the error, all options we have to go to F1 only. See here, option is there. Go to troubleshooting, here repair, migrate, all the options. There are so many options. Whatever help you want, we can click on that help option. We can rectify the details of these things. Okay, so this is the option. I mentioned that 4.0 version we are going to use. But I want to see that which version we installed in my company, in my system. If you want to see that, go to F1 here. Sorry, hot setting, troubleshoot setting. Here about option, click on that about, escape, F1, click on that about. If you click on that about option, it's going to display which version we installed in our system. See, latest version 4.1 version we installed in our system. It's going to display. Or else in that settings about that languages, if you want to use license details, if you want to get all the details we have. If you want some of help all these things we can use. That is the option. Then F2 to change the voucher date. That is the shortcut key F2 option. To change the voucher date. F2 is the shortcut key. Suppose today I done April 1st, I done so many transactions. April 2nd, if I want to do the transaction, May 1st, April 2nd, 10th, I want to change the date, right? Voucher date. If you want to change the voucher date, shortcut is F2 only. Okay, so that is the shortcut. Next up, after that, company. Already we done that. Change company, not select company, change company. What is the difference between change company and select company means? In this particular list, if you want to change the companies, we are going to press F3. Select company means we have so many companies. List of companies going to display which company you want, we can select it. See now, click on that. Select company. Alt F3 is the shortcut key. List of companies going to open. Which company you want, we can select it. Change company means in the Tally Prime screen, if I open 2, 3 companies, which company you want, we can change. Okay, that is the option. Directly using the mouse also we can change. All these are the top menu. That means this the right side button bar. Then what is the this one? See, Alt G, go to option. Go to and switch to, like these two types of advanced features we have in the Tally Prime. That is one of the go to and one another one switch to option. For go to shortcut keys Alt G. If I want to see that switch to, by holding control key, hold the control key, automatically it's going to display it, switch to. Double lines is going to display it. Double lines if you underline, double underline if you display, we have to press control. Here I'll see control F2, control F3 is the shut company details automatically is going to display. Okay, so that is the option. First, this point you have to note that pointer. So what is that? Go to option. See, main important advanced feature in Telegram. Go to and switch to options we don't have in the old version. Is Telegram we don't have. Sorry, Tally ERP9 we don't have. In the Telegram we have the go to and switch to main features in Telegram. See, go to option from the top menu is one of the main feature in Telegram. So this is the shortcut keys. So what is the go to option? See now to navigate any reports and to create any reports or navigate any reports and masters without disturbing the current data, we are going to use a go to option. First you have to note this point. I will tell you about. Underline this point, important to you. Reshma, over. Okay, go to from the gateway of Tally. This is the path. They are going to ask the path also. From gateway of Tally, press Alt G or click go to option. Navigate to any report or create any master without disturbing the current work data. It's going to display Alt G. Go to options we are going to use. This is the main features in Tally. One of the main feature in Tally. Example also they given some of examples. See, Mr. Sachin, the accountant of Suhan Software Private Limited recording payment voucher. Mr. Ravi asks Sachin immediately wants to print a profit and loss account. So Mr. Sachin, without disturbing the current voucher, which of the feature does he use to take a print of profit and loss account? So that is the go-to option. Understood? So that is the option. See one more options and here example. Example, I'm going to do some of making some of payment option. I am in the payment screen. Now, accountant or owner is asking any profit and loss account report. By pressing Alt G, go to option, click on that go to. See then entire list, go to options in the whatever options you want to take a printout, all the details going to display. Now I want to profit and loss account. I want to take the report. Click on that profit and loss account, enter. After that, so because we didn't do any transaction, no, that's when empty is there. Click on that Alt key. Again, one more time, the day book is nothing but list of entries we are going to see. We can see the in the day book. Day book reports, if you want to take that, again press go to options, go to first I open the payment voucher, right? After that, profit and loss account. Again, click on that go to, type as a daybook option. Click on the daybook. See now, daybook page it's going to open. Now see, if I press escape key, so escape key means it's going to display profit and loss account details. After that, again press escape. See now payment also. Without disturbing the current data, we can take any kind of, we can share, we can export the reports out, we can take printout using the go to option. Understood? Next options in the switch to option. What is that switch to? Here, if I press the control key, automatically it's going to display switch to option. What is that switch to? This one more point also we have. Switch to. Control G. That is the shortcut. Control G is the shortcut key for switch to option. You have to note this point now. Underline this one. Over. Everyone written these points. So that's the control G, switch to option. Using switch to option, you can navigate any report by closing the uh, current book, current workbook, means current sheet, current data, all these things. So, for example, an accountant of Suhan Software Private Limited has created the necessary ledger like purchase, sales, customer, and suppliers, all these things. Now he wanted to take the record the purchase transaction. If I want to take the record transactions, instead of that going to display more reports, so then selecting the purchase register options, after that directly we can press this is the shortcut key, that directly pressing Control G option, so we can take any kind of reports we can take. So that is the option. Example, see now click on that Control G. If I want to take the reports, all these things, see now Control switch to option purchase transactions reports. If you want to see that, click on that purchase register example. Enter all the whatever we done. The transaction is going to display. After that, we can take a printout option. Now, if I press escape, automatically, so cursor will come to the gateway of tally. For example, one more time I will show that. Go to voucher. I am in the payment voucher now. Now I want to take the purchase reports. I want to take a printout. If I want to take the printout of purchase report, click on that by holding the control key. See, switch to options. It will come. Click on that switch to option. Now purchase details. If you want to purchase register, click on the purchase register, enter. So what are the transactions where all the details, purchase details is going to display. After that, we can take a printout option. After I take the printout, if you press escape, this screen is, I don't want this screen, press escape. If I escape, again escape, directly cursor will come to the gateway of tab. Without, so here what the options they given here, see now they given by closing the current work, we can take any kind of reports, all these things we can. Okay, so that is the control G options we have. Then Alt G, Control G. All these are the top menus. All these are the right side button bar. So go to and switch to option. Any doubt is there in that? No doubts? So now alter the company, already we done. Shut company. See, some of question also is there here. What is the question here? In tally time, which of the following option will not appear in the top menu? Which option will not appear in the top menu? So F2. So F2 is in the right side button bar. No, all these are the top menu options. From gateway of tally, which among the following options is available in the right side button? So then F2 options only. Next options, chart of account. Maintaining chart of account. Actually, what is the chart of account? In that, a chart of account is a listing of name of the accounts that the company has identified and made available for recording the transactions. Whenever we are going to recording the transaction or making the transaction, so for that, example, rent paid April, example, we paid the rent on April 1st, we paid the rent. So rent, that is the, this is one of the transaction, right? So we paid the rent in the April 10th or April 1st. Next month, April, May 1st, we paid the rent. All these are the transaction, right? So a chart of account is a listing of name. What is the name? That means rent is the one of the name. So then, how we are going to pay, cash or through cash or check? All these names we are going to create now. Suppose I am going to pay the rent using the check, SBI bank check. What we are going to pay using the bank check? Rent I am going to pay. So rent and bank name. All these are the listing of name of the accounts that the company has identified, made the available for recording transaction in ledger and general ledger. Means a listing of names. Names means nothing but we are going to pay the rent. No, rent is the one of the name. And how we are going to pay the rent? Using the bank check. Which bank? SBI Bank. So SBI Bank and rent, we are going to create the name. That name is called as a chart of account only. A chart of account is a listing of name. What ledgers we are going to create, that names we called as a ledgers. Whatever ledgers we are going to create, so that ledgers we called as a chart of account only. So you have to note this point. Heading chart of account, that is the heading. You have to write this point. Heading chart of account. So what is a chart of account means? A chart of account is a listing of name of the accounts. Whatever we are going to do the transactions, we are mentioning the names, all this, which kind of transactions we done. So the payment, if I making the payment, if I made the payment, which kind of what payment we made? Is that rent or electricity bill or salaries? All this thing we are going to mention now. That names we called as a chart of account. Okay, not that one. Finished? Okay. In the chart of account, next chart of account. What is the chart of account means? A chart of account is a list that display the accounts that a business used to record transaction in its book of accounting. If I were, whenever we are going to do the transaction, all these things, we are going to use the list of names. What is the list of names? We are going to pay the rent, we are going to pay that office expenses amount, we are going to pay the salaries for employees, salaries, office expenses, rent, electricity charges. All these are called as a list of names. Whenever we are going to do the transaction, list of names we are going to mention. That means names we are going to mention. That names called as a chart of account. Okay, see, a chart of account is a list that a display The accounts that a business used to record transaction in a book of account. Tally automatically display company's chart of account based on ledger and group. What is that based on? Based on ledger and group means, for example, um, one second. Example, this is one of the transaction. As on 5th May, paid rent to Shiva, worth rupees 30,000. We paid the rent. So here, what we are going to pay? Rent. Whenever we are going to pay the rent, for example, rent, that is the expenses to the company, right? So our company is Satya Dealers is paying to the rent amount to Shiva worth rupees 30,000. Whenever we are going to pay that rent amount, that is the expenses to the company. That's why rent is going to indirect expenses. So these expenses considered as called as a this expenses called as a, so for us in that that is a group option, that is the group. So indirect expenses is one type of group. Whatever we created the ledger means rent name, that name is called as a ledger. See now, so this is we called as a ledger. Okay. So then rent, that is considered as a ledger. So then here rent is one type of ledger only. Indirect rent, whenever we are going to pay the rent amount, that is indirect expenses. This one, it is a indirect as expenses considered as a group, one group. That is one type of group. Okay, that ledger and groups both also called as a chart of account. So chart of account. Account. Example, see now, simple example. One more example I am going to give about the chart of account. See now, after every month. So every month company is going to make the rent amount, rent, so then salary, electricity charges, internet bill, internet charges. So then other office expenses. Okay. So that all these are the example I taken here. All these are the expenses to the company. See now, all these are the expenses to the company. Whenever we are going to do the transaction, all these things are, so see, all these are the expenses to the company. Whenever we are going to pay the expenses, that is the for company indirect expenses. indirect expenses. This this is whatever names we are going to create. All these names called as a ledger. This one it's called as a group option. All these are the ledgers comes under indirect expenses only. See, all these are comes under indirect expense. So this is we called as a group option. This is one type of group. Whatever names we are going to create, all these names called as a ledger. All these names called as a ledgers options. So all these are the ledgers option. Ledgers. Ledgers and groups called as a chart of account. This group and ledgers called as a chart of account. So all these are the group and ledgers called as a chart of account. Whatever transactions we are going to do, all the transactions, that is the example. If I pay the rent, salary, electricity charges, internet, office expenses, that's the expenses to the company. All these, whatever we are going to create the list of names called as a ledgers. All the ledgers comes under indirect expenses. This is one of the group, that groups and ledgers called as a chart of account. So whenever we are going to use the transactions, we are going to use chart of means groups and ledgers. These groups and ledgers consider as a chart of account, called as a chart of account only. Okay. So here that option only they given in that. So now, chart of account is a list that display or represent the accounts that a book, sorry, that a business uses to record transaction in its book of accounts. Tally automatically display the company's chart of account based on ledgers and groups that are created for the company. Ledgers or groups is nothing but this the ledgers, this is the groups. All ledgers comes under indirect expenses. That indirect expenses considered as a group, one type of group. Groups and ledgers both also called as a chart of account. Example, we are going to receive commission, I am going to receive interest, I am going to receive, we are going to receive some of amount from my customer. All these are the income for the company. So that time income, that here we have whenever we are going to receive interest and receive the interest, or else commission are received from the customer, I receive some of amount. All these things income for me means commission, interest. So from customer, all these are the ledgers. Undergroup income, indirect income, that is the undergroup indirect income. And names, list of names, ledgers called as a chart of account. Okay. Understood now? Next options in that. Next example they given, some of example they given. A groups are collection of ledgers in the same nature. You have to note this point and underline this. Chart of account in that group. What is the group? Groups are collection of ledgers of the same nature. Groups are collection of ledger. See, groups are collection of ledger means this the collection of ledger. This the group. Groups are collection of ledgers in the same nature. So now here groups are collection of ledger of the same nature. Means example they given, some of example. Bank account, that is the one of the group. That's the default group under bank account, Kotak Bank. One more simple example I am going to do. For example, so many everyone here, so many companies going to run. All the companies having same customer. Our companies having same customer. No, no, different customer is there. But customer is considered as a group. The customer name we are going to mention now, that is we called as a ledger. Everyone having the bank account. Bank account is called as a group. Which bank we have to mention the bank name whenever we are going to mention the bank name, that is we called as a ledger. Okay, so bank, that is the default group. Under this bank default group, under this bank account, I created one Kotak Bank. The Kotak Bank is considered as a ledger. So bank account is a group option. Okay. See now chart of account. In the chart of account, so total we have 28 predefined groups we have in the tally prime. You have to note all this point till orange box. All these things you have to. Total in the chart of account, we have 28 predefined groups we have. In that they divided as two parts. One is primary group, another one is subgroup. Primary groups 15. In that primary group also 9 groups belongs to balance sheet, 6 groups belongs to profit and loss account. 13 subgroups also belongs to balance sheet only. Till here you have to note this point, ma. Till here, all this. No need that green box, whatever we have that option, so that will no need. In the tally prime, we have predefined group, 28 predefined groups we have. 15, they divided as a two parts. One is primary group, another one is subgroup. So what is the primary group means? In the primary group of 15 groups we have. In that 9 groups belongs to balance sheet, 6 groups belongs to profit and loss account. In 13 subgroups also belongs to balance sheet. In that groups, 28 predefined groups. In that 15, they divided as a two parts. 15 groups are considered as a primary and 13 groups are subgroups. In the 15 also, 9 groups belongs to balance sheet. What are the 9 groups belongs to um, balance sheet? Capital account, loans, liability, current liability, fixed asset, investment, current asset, branch and divisions. So expenses, suspense account, all these things are considered as belongs to balance sheet. And 6 primary groups are salary, sales account, purchase account, direct income, direct expenses, indirect income, indirect expenses. Actually here, indirect expenses, okay, we know very well. What is the direct expenses? Means while manufacturing the company, what are the expenses company is going to make? That all expenses considered as a direct expenses. Okay, so while manufacturing the product, what are the expenses company is going to make? That all these are expenses considered as a direct expenses. After it comes to level, office level, all these are indirect expenses of the company. Okay, like that direct income also. While manufacturing the product or this, one more product if you If you manufacture, that's the direct income. That scraps, goods, all these things, all these are the income to the company. Direct income. Okay. Next, 13 subgroups are considered as a balance sheet. What are the 13 subgroups means? Reserves and surplus, bank OD, overdraft, secured loan, unsecured loans option, duties and taxes, provision, sundry creditors, stock in hand, deposits of asset, loan and advanced asset options, sundry debtors, so then cash in hand, bank account, all these things. So here deposits assets means that is a fixed deposit. For future we are going to deposit the sum of amount, that is the asset. Then what is the loan and advance also consider assets option is going to display. That means when loan given by the company, that is the asset only. Not we are not going to take the loan. We are giving the loan to other person or other company. So in advance that is considered as a asset only. All these are the groups we have. That is the in the chart of account predefined groups. 28 predefined groups we have in that. 28. 28. Okay, so uh, predefined groups 28. In that they divided as a two parts. One is subgroups. 13 groups are considered subgroups. 15 is a primary group. In that primary group also 9 groups belongs to balance sheet. 6 groups belongs to profit and loss account. 13 groups also 13 subgroups also belongs to balance sheet only. Understood? Any doubt is there? That means we completed the company creation, alter the company, delete the company, shut the company, chart of account. All these are the theory only. I will show you that practically how to create the chart of account, all these things. Let me see. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So then understood, Mama. Any doubt is there? Anything? Any doubts and any confusions, doubts, anything?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Next session will be on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going. We will start. Okay.
Ma'am, can you please share the recording of the previous?
Okay, we'll share now. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, okay.